I spent over 1,200 hours on my journey to become a self-taught software engineer. That comes out to be 4 hours of work every single day for 300 days. In this video, I will explain the 3 biggest tactics that I learned so you can get there faster. To start off, getting a software engineer job boils down to 2 actions: code and reach out. If you aren't coding or telling people that you code, you aren't making progress. I spent days overthinking the process, and I should have just been doing more of these 2 actions. The programming language that you pick doesn't matter. The editor that you pick doesn't matter. All the beliefs that you have on why you aren't getting what you want doesn't matter. Carve out 30 minutes or more to code and send 1 LinkedIn message a day at least. And you do that for long enough, you're going to get a job. I will get deeper into tactics because that is what this video is about. But fundamentally, that is all that there is to it. I want you to get this job. So please, if you aren't just doing those 2 things, just start. That's coding 30 minutes a day and sending 1 LinkedIn message to recruiters or a software engineer. The first tactic that took me months to learn is build projects based on job applications. Job applications give you insight on what the market wants right now. If you're optimizing for a job, then I recommend you should probably look at job applications more. Pick a application with a tech stack that you know or similar technologies that you know. And if you don't know any, just pick one and build a project specifically for that company. This means you do some research and come up with an idea for a web app or mobile app, and you use the exact same tools they have on the application. Once you finish 2 weeks or however long it takes you, you message the hiring recruiter or hiring person. You send them a message as to why you think you would be a good fit for that role and how you would love to have a shot for that interview. Then you attach your project, and bonus points if you make some documentation for it too, and attach that as well. And you don't stop there. You're trying to get the most out of the project and the time that you did for it. So message as many company contacts as you can find and do the same thing. You send a personal message to them and explain why you are the best fit for that role. So don't be crazy about it. Just say, hey, my name is so-so. I think I'd be a great fit for this job. I actually did my work, and this is some proof I made this project specifically for this role. And you attach your work and so on. If nobody responds to you, you move on to the next job. It's not a fail because you're getting better and better every single time. If you do get the interview, ask other engineers at the company what the process for the interview looks like and how you should best prepare. Most people will help you unless they suck, in which case you wouldn't want to be in that company to begin with. Insight on the interview process lets you know if you should be studying more interview leak code questions or junior level questions. What I mean by that is just like Google junior software engineer questions, and some hiring managers just take the first 20 that pop up. I'm so dead serious. That's what they do. Some do, not all. I'm just saying some. If you pass, great job. If you don't pass, you aren't undeniable enough. You have to code more, you have to study more, you have to study more prep. You have to do the same process all over again. Because the real, no one is going to give you a freebie. You're going up against people with college degrees. You might trigger the interviewer in some way, but you still have to win. You have to be undeniable. You have to be such a perfect candidate that they look stupid saying no. And that takes a lot of work. A lot of work. The only thing standing against you and that job you want is a mountain of work. So do more. The second tactic is to replace entertainment time with software content, software engineering content. This doesn't have to be videos on how compiler works or how hash maps work or like those, nitty-gritty in-depth topics. It can be entertainment stuff like the Primeagen, T3.gg, Fireship.io. The point with watching this content is you start to understand the lingo and the language that software engineers use, and over time you learn some complicated things. Through the Primeagen, I was able to learn what LSP was. Through T3.gg, I was able to learn how to best deploy an app, how big apps work, and Fireship.io is just big tech news, but he's pretty cool. When I didn't know a certain word they used, I would Google it. And you'd be surprised how much you gradually learn just doing like 20 minutes of this, watching 20 minutes of this content. And for the record, I don't agree with anything they say outside of the software engineering space, but I do think they provide very, very valuable information when it comes to this space in particular. And the third tactic is to surround yourself with other developers or other people who want to learn how to code. You can do this through online social media groups or in-person clubs. I personally am in multiple Discord groups, developer Discord groups, and have been in one in-person club. These groups keep you accountable and make the whole process of learning how to code fun, which improves your skill faster. Try to help as much as you can, by the way. Make study sessions, help other people learn their material they're learning, and just be an overall friendly, good person. The reason I'm emphasizing this is because those same people grow into engineers. So you really don't want to mess up that bridge, and you want to make the best impression possible. They can also refer you to other job opportunities. So spending 20 minutes to build rapport with these people is 100% worth it. The fourth tactic is to send more personalized messages on LinkedIn to get a higher likelihood of a response. Talk about something they posted or something that you both have in common, something, just anything personal. Reaching out is just a number game. So reaching out is just a numbers game. So 80% of the time, they're not going to reply to you. 20% of the time they are. With that 20%, try to build rapport and let them in on where you are at in your journey. This is exactly how I got my first 2 mentors, my first job interview, and my first job. You have to be willing to put extra effort outside of just sending your resume in and expect the whole world to agree and say, oh, this man is amazing. I always try to reach out to at least one person with a personalized message telling them, I code. If I could do more, or I found someone that it really interests me, I would send that message as well. Getting a software engineering job changed my life. I was able to buy my first house, do things that I enjoy. So I truly hope that you can get there. Thank you for watching. Peace.